Hello everyone and welcome to Glam Studios. Today I'm going to show you guys how I achieve my contoured face. It's going to be something quick and easy, nothing too hard, so that you guys can try these things at home. So stay tuned because we're about to start. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to start with my Shany Cosmetics Camouflage Concealer Palette, and I'm going to, before I start, I just want to let you guys know I have already based my face with a light coat of foundation, and I've already done my brow. To achieve this brow, please feel free to take a gaze at the tutorial previously listed for my brows. But to get started with the contouring aspect of this tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and select a color that's about 1 to 2 shades lighter than my natural skin tone. I'm not too sure if you guys can see. I know there's a little bit of a glare, which is going to be approximately this one. Utilizing my concealer brush, which is this brush here, I'm going to go ahead and start with the right side of my face. And I'm going to, using short sweeping motions underneath my right eye, is fill in the entire eye area underneath. I naturally have a tad bit of discoloration. Everyone has some level of an imperfection. So utilizing a color 1 to 2 shades lighter will not only help you camouflage the discoloration, also it'll help you with highlighting purposes as well. I'm not going to do this the traditional way, as I'm not trying to provide photo shoot makeup, and also I don't like a lot of product on my face. So I think this tutorial will help those of us out there that like a more naturalistic look. So continuing with the blending process, I am going to blend out the concealer towards the top of the cheekbone. So I'm going to blend the concealer to the top of the cheekbone. And this is a very simple process. You don't necessarily have to utilize the products that I use, as I am a professional makeup artist, so I utilize products for my clients. Excuse me, my hair is in the way. I should have pinned it up. Okay, so once I have my product actually placed, I'm going to utilize a sponge. It is the same sponge I utilized to blend my foundation, and I'm going to soften any lines along the perimeter of the concealer, because we don't want it to be placed incorrectly, and we don't want cake face. And I'm sure you guys have seen those girls out there who have cake face. And I'm blending upward into the eye area, just to alleviate any additional product. Like so. And as you can see, I am nice and highlighted. I have a great coverage. You are no longer able to see any discoloration beneath my eye area. I'm going to start next with contouring my cheeks. Contouring your cheeks is really good, because naturally I already have a very high cheekbone, but I'm going to pronounce it a little more. I am going to use a Mary Kay medium coverage foundation, and the color is Bronze 708. This pigment is quite darker than my natural skin tone. As I stated, this color is quite darker than my natural skin tone, so I don't really need a whole lot of product. So I'm only going to use just a little bit of color, because for actually where I want to place it. And this is really great if you were going somewhere during the day. For a night face contouring tutorial, I will be doing one of those, because of course, ladies, we are ladies and gentlemen, some of us, we are very much so vixens when we go out at night. So you want to have that smoldering look. But since it is daytime and I have quite a few errands to run today, I am going to go ahead and begin with the placement of my deep cocoa foundation. So I'm going to stay in the hollow of the cheek, and I'm going to follow that line all the way up. It's almost like a J shape. Starting from the hairline, I am going to blend that color down into the hollow and bring it up through my smile line. Like so. What that is going to do is going to cause a shadow in the face, which is going to elude of a very, very, very high and defined cheekbone. And with that, you want to blend that in. You never want to have any serious lines, and especially because we're using a shade that is so much darker than my skin tone. I want to make sure that when I put my second coat of foundation on my face, that everything is blended quite evenly. And there we are. So with that, I am going to utilize a little bit more of the concealer that I initially used, just to sweep that down into the cheek a little bit more for highlighting purposes. And utilizing the same sponge, I'm going to blend that. And we all like a little radiance. We like our face to look bright and welcoming of the day. Some makeup artists contour above the lip, below the lip, and into the brow line. That's not part of the tutorial that I actually want to show you. I want to show you how I achieve the looks that my clients, friends, families, and acquaintances like on me. So this is pretty much the basis of really what it is that I do. I am going to slim the nose, and that is pretty much the same process. I'm going to utilize what's left of product on my hand here, which is the deeper cocoa brown, and I'm going to sweep that along the bridge area here of the nose, starting from the hollows. And I'm going to put 2 little dots so I know exactly where it is, and I'm going to start, and I'm going to actually bring that all the way down. Okay, now what that's going to do is it's going to put a shadow on both sides of the bridge of the nose, which will allude to a narrow nose. And I'm going to blend, and I like to pinch. I'll make a pinching motion from the hollows of my eyes and pretty much just rub down the side. It doesn't have to be neatly placed. It doesn't have to be, your lines don't have to be necessarily be straight. You just want to make sure that you get that nose covered, okay, ladies and gentlemen? Now with that, what I'm going to do in addition to, I'm going to place the exact same color that I have underneath my brow, is the exact same concealer color that I have on my cheek. And I'm also going to fill that color down the actual top part of the bridge of the nose, starting from between my brows. And there you have it. Now once you have that completed, now that's pretty much the contouring that I like to do on myself. I don't like it to be really heavy. I just like things to look perfect on my face. So when I come back, I will be completely covered as far as the contouring, and then I will show you guys how to blend all of that in with your favorite foundation. So stay tuned. Okay, so now that I am contoured on both the left as well as the right hand side, I'm going to now apply my foundation. What I actually use on myself is from the Black Radiance collection, and the color that I utilize on me is called Rum Spice. At this portion of the face, I'm actually going to sponge on the product, only because I don't really want I want to cover the areas that I've placed my concealer, but I don't want to wipe them with my foundation brush. So I'm going to sponge it on underneath the eye area. Which also allows you to place more product in a greater amount of space, and it will make the skin, it'll make it a little more naturalistic looking. And I'm also going to place that on top of the area that I placed my contour in the cheek. And anything extra, of course, you always know you can sweep above the mobile lid. And also that will help, so you also smooth out any lines you may or may not have. As you can see, my right side is now complete, and I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. And I just folded my sponge in half, the same one that I've been using throughout this entire tutorial. And I'm just placing the product around the eye area. And you also do the same thing to the nose. And we will get to that portion momentarily. I don't think I took out enough product, actually. And the good thing about the Black Radiance collection that I like is it also comes with a little wand or a dipstick. So that also will help you with portion control. So you don't have a super amount of wasted product, because makeup is expensive, you guys. And I'm going to blend down the portions of the nose. I just do a little left to right. Nothing serious. And just make sure anywhere you have placed product, you are placing the foundation as well. And of course, anything extra goes over the mobile lid. And then utilizing my foundation brush, which actually should not have any additional or residual product on it from my earlier application, I'm going to kind of smooth that out just ever so slightly. So should have our sponge missed any areas on the face, you know definitely that your foundation brush is going to help move the product around for blending purposes. And it's always away from the face, ladies and gentlemen. Down the jawline. So that way you blend everything down. Oh, my neck looks great. So there you have it. I am completely covered, contoured, and I'm ready to start my day. The next tutorial I'm going to do is a basic shadow and eyelash application, and I will also go over a winged cat eye as well. So stay tuned.